our county council, well, I'm going to tell you the story in a minute, but I just can tell you what she's talking about. They said they tabled my resolution on giving us liberty and freedoms. You know, there's niblets. All these elected officials give you a little niblet of freedom here, and maybe you can wear a mask. Maybe, oh, you know what? What if you will get close contact, wear a mask? All this niblets, like it's not our God-given right. You know what? Of you, all right? So I told what she's talking about is there are a ton of people. Some of you folks were in there on Monday, and I tried to have my resolution discussed. Let's discuss it, and let's have a conversation. And then if you don't like it, remove it from the table. They voted it off the floor not to have the conversation, which is pathetic. And I said, you are pathetic and you suck. And I walked out. And I've been a county councilman. I'm one of them guys that's been there way too damn long. I've been there 20 years. I never thought I'd be that guy, but every time I think I'm going to quit and quit doing it, I love, you know, honoring the job and giving our people Jesus Christ, I get so pissed about this. Anyway, I will do what I need to do to protect liberty and freedom in our county. That's what I do, all right? I want to read something to you guys real quick. And now the deep dive group heard a little bit of this, but I'll probably go off on a tangent because I do. All right. There's 45 points. Let me tell you, and I'm not going to tell you what it is until we go through a couple. I'm not going to go through all of them. Capture one or both of the political parties in the United States. Use technical decisions of the courts to weaken basic American institutions by claiming their activities violate civil rights. Get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communistic propaganda. Soften the curriculum. Get control of teachers' associations. Put the party line in textbooks. Let me give you a couple more. Get control of the school newspapers. Infiltrate the press. Get control of book review assignments, editorial writing, and policy-making positions. Hold on. Get control of key positions in radio, TV, and motion pictures. Continue to discredit American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. An American communist cell was told to eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings, substitute shapeless, awkward, and meaningless forms. Eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press. Discredit the American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, and a hindrance to cooperation between nations and worldwide basis. Do you know what this is? You know when this was written? 1963. Bingo, you got it. This is entered into the Hall of Congress in January 10th, 1963. Ladies and gentlemen, we are following this, okay? Not us, but the elected communist leadership that we have in positions that are too weak to even either realize it or they know exactly what they're doing. Here's where we're at in St. Charles County, and I'll circle, I don't want to say circle back. Everyone hates that. Jesus Christ. Then I'll go around, okay, and we'll talk about something else. But what I'm going to tell you, in St. Charles County, let's talk about a Republican county council. Now, let's keep in mind, we're a charter county just like St. Liberal County over here, all right? And they have a county executive just like us, 7 county council members just like us, and a charter county. Our county executive runs the health department within the county. The county council has nothing to do with it by our charter, okay? So understand that. So, in our county, we've had, like Bob Honor was saying, he's been fighting a fight, all of our legislators have been fighting a fight against this socialism, communism nonsense. So, in our county, we've had over 350,000 school days lost to the COVID, okay? Think about that. Years of education, 350,000 days of school. So, we put a resolution on the floor in May, and we asked our county council. Our county council agreed. We said, the county council will not be involved. Our county government, is what it said, will not be involved in contact tracing, quarantines, or mask mandates. We will be uninvolved, and it will be up to the school district to do so, whatever they want to do, right? We passed that in May. Our county executive, so a week later, about 3 weeks before school started, I asked 4 questions. Are we still doing contact tracing? Are we still doing quarantines? Are we still doing mask mandates? We need to have a meeting to talk this out Crickets. I'm the only Republican on our county council, by the way. They're elected as Republicans, but they're not Republicans. And so, or they're not conservatives, whatever you want to call it. So, no, well, there's Joe Brazel and then there's 6 others, okay? With that, we passed the resolution, and then 2 weeks later, I got a 12-page document of recommendations from our health department that was sent to the schools. And one of which, if you're 2 years or older, you're recommended to get a vaccine, and and wear a mask, vaccinated or unvaccinated. These are the kind of rules that are in here coming from our health department, right? So I wrote another resolution. This is what was on the meeting. We had one 2 weeks ago, and then another just Monday, right? And what it says was, the first one said, we want our county health department and county executive to cease and desist contract tracing, quarantines, and mask mandates. Stop. Just stop it, you know? So we tabled that meeting and that resolution. It was on the floor on this Monday, which we amended it to say, if you're within close contact, whatever that means, it's so arbitrary. If you're within close contact by the schools in their rules, then to a person who's positive tested, then you have to wear a mask for that quarantine period, which I could barely stomach that resolution, but it's a way to get the kids, keep them in school, right? Because with all those quarantines, 30,000 kids were quarantined out of those 350,000 days. Do you know how many of those were tested positive? 1.2% out of 30,000 kids. If you or I had a job and we were 98.8% wrong, we would get a pink slip. This is nonsense. It makes no sense. And I get parents calling me crying because of our health department. They send me emails, hundreds of emails. Do you know my child was in close contact on Monday? We got a letter on Friday saying they have to be quarantined for 14 days, 5 days after their supposed close contact, and the child has no symptoms and is tested negative, and they're still quarantined. You guys, is this madness? Is it the 68 million reasons in our county why our executive and so forth is following that? That's $68 million that our county got, and we're spending it on remodeling the jail that we were talking about remodeling 4 years ago? Is it hush money? Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of any of this. So what I want to ask of all you folks, you know, we all thought our school board members and our county councils and our city council were doing what they need to do. We're all busy. We have lives. We have families. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a slow creep to these schools. They're out of control, but we're going to get them back. And the schools is where it starts, all right? We need to run for school board, and you parents need to be to collectively get together in every district, not run 10 against the existing candidate, find out who that one person is the best among the groups, and run one good candidate against all these socialists, and we got to get our schools back. Number one, we got to get our city councils back and get our county councils back. We all have to be involved. This is not just a typical election. Oh, this is bad, and this is serious, ladies and gentlemen. It's very serious. So our county executive is constantly blaming it on the governor's office, which it is mostly the governor's office, but in our county, our county executive could just stop this. They've done it in like 10 counties. They just stop. Stop. That's enough. You don't have to do anything. There's no COVID police. The Attorney General's not going to come out and do anything about it because he's suing all these schools that are doing these mandates. So who the heck's going to do anything about it? Nobody. It's being a strong leader and representing your citizens and doing the right thing. And if parents want to wear masks, their kids wear masks, or keep them home, that's fine. That's your decision. If you're going to live in the basement with Joe Biden, that's fine. I don't care. But don't tell my kids to live in the basement with Joe Biden, and don't tell my kids to wear a mask, all right? You know, here's the thing is, you know, in politics, you got to be nice to all your fellow council members and stuff, because there's times you're going to need them to vote on something that means a lot to you. In my area, we live in the wine district, me and my wife. That's my wife, Kelly, over there. And we live in the wine district, and so it's important to us to maintain the rural characteristics of the community. You know how beautiful it is out there, 5-acre lots. That's important to us. So through the years, you got to be nice, and sometimes you negotiate, and sometimes you'll agree to do what they want because you need their vote when it's really important. We've never had this before. We've never had life and liberty and death situations in front of us. This is real stuff. This is not planning and zoning issues, all right? So this is a time to fight, okay? So I told I'll tell them, you guys are taking an extremely weak position. It's disgusting. And not one of you will ever get reelected. Not one of you. And the liberals will call me and say, I voted for you once, and guess what? I'll never vote for you again. I said, I don't give a damn. You think for 1 minute I'm doing what you want me to do for your vote? Sorry. You know what? And if I get unelected in my county for what I do, then those people don't deserve me to run for them anymore. Am I up? All right, well, I don't even know if I got to the point I wanted to get to. I could sit there and complain about this forever because it's just, the world is crazy. It's crazy, okay? If you were to, one more thing, and I'll tell you, at the meeting on Monday night, Executive Element puts this on the board, and we had all these kids. Yeah, they've been quarantined, but look, the numbers are good. Pay attention to these numbers. Anyone under the age of 20 in our county has not been hospitalized in months from COVID. Under the age of 20, not hospitalized in our county. No one under the age of 10 has died from COVID, okay? Suicide in the state of Missouri and in our county is higher than the COVID deaths. Do you know that? Okay, so you would think that's pretty important for the mental well-being of our children, right? So what they're doing is child abuse, and they should recognize that, okay? They need to recognize that. And so you have to be civil, but you don't have to be nice, okay? And there's a difference, all right? And I'm just not nice anymore. That's what I think Bella was talking about, because I'm an Irishman. I'm going to put up a hell of a fight. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't even know if I got to my point because I go this way and that way, and this stuff drives me nuts. But anyway, I think that's about it. Is there anything? Did I miss anything? Any key? I don't know. Well, listen, our council meeting is October 11th. I'm reintroducing that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I was at a damn point. All right, so there's no hospitalizations, 0 deaths. And Mr. Ullman goes on. Well, this is what we're doing. We're protecting the kids, and we're doing all these quarantines and all this stuff. So he got done, and I said, Mr. Ullman, with 0 deaths from age of 10 and 0 hospitalizations, why are we doing all these quarantines? I go, what are you protecting the kids from? Crickets. What are you saying? We don't need to isolate them? I go, and the crowd starts laughing. No, what are we protecting them from? That's what well, we need to isolate. That's not what I'm saying. I go, yeah, we got to isolate when they're sick. You don't think we need to isolate? No, we don't need to isolate them. He goes, well, that's what that health director, whoever Bob was talking about. I said, you don't need to listen to that guy. Who cares what he says? Seriously. You're the executive in this county. Represent the people like they deserve it. And that's the way it is. Okay? I'm done. Thank you all so very much.